Alex, congrats on reaching the third round. How impressed were you by Hamad in the first set?
Yeah, I mean, he was playing some really high quality stuff, and as I said, it didn't surprise me because I know what he's capable of. It was obviously frustrating because having to play against it, he was doing a lot of the right things, serving really well and playing some really great shots in big moments. But I'm happy I was able to kind of weather the storm, turn it around, and get to the next round.
Mark?
Congratulations, Alex. How much satisfaction do you get out of sort of absorbing what he was throwing at you and turning it around to the extent that you were destroying him in a lot of ways, and he looked like he was beaten mentally and physically? What's it like seeing that turnaround within a match at your end?
Yeah, I mean, it feels amazing. But it's a tough position to be in. My position, for example, just you're in that fine balance where he's throwing everything at you and everything seems to be going his way, and it takes a lot of mental effort to kind of stay in the moment and not get overly frustrated by what's happening on the other side and just trying to hang with him. And I thought I did a really good job of that. Even if the first set didn't kind of go my way, I just kept at it, and that's I guess the beauty of 5-set matches. It's a hell of a long time to maintain that sort of level, and I felt like I could keep my level for a little bit longer, and that was the difference today.
Obviously, firstly, congratulations on winning today.
Thank you.
When it comes to, I guess, these moments where you're playing in these slogs, in these dogfights, and have to find a way to, get it done in the end, does it almost, like, when you look at the tournament holistically, does it almost, I guess, give you a sense of reassurance and pride, almost valued as much as, like, getting that easy victory sometimes?
Yeah, I mean, I do take a lot of pride in these types of victories. More than anything because I'm playing a very tough opponent who played a really high quality tennis. And I felt like I was able to hang with him and kind of maintain my level. And, as the match went on and on, I was able to even raise my level at times. And that I'm very happy with, that I can kind of almost have that impact on opponents where they might start thinking that they're in for a long night and it's going to be very tough, especially best of 5. But of course, if we play the same match and I can skip the first set and play like I did the last couple sets, then I'll take that any day as well. Save the legs.
Alex, you either play Tiafoe or Comesaña in the next round. I think you've got good records against both of them. Can you just talk through those two matchups and what you'd be expecting from either of them?
Yeah, look, Francis, he's super dangerous, right? He's playing well, got a lot of firepower. He's a veteran. We've had some battles in the past, so I wouldn't expect anything other than an absolute battle against him. He seems to be locked in, so I would be really excited for that match. And then with Comesaña, I've only played him the once. He's got firepower as well. He's got the ability to kind of go out there and really dictate with his forehand if he's given time. He's quite crafty with the slice as well. Has a big first serve. And ultimately, he's a competitor. He's a tough guy to put away. So, yeah, I mean, same thing we kind of talked about at the start of the week. It's only going to get tougher and tougher. But I'm very happy with my level, and I'm up for the challenge.
Alex, you've spoken about sort of two different tournaments, day and night. You've experienced both now. How do you see with your game? Do you have a preference for the rest of the tournament, which slot you'd like to be in?
Look, the way I look at this is that the bigger matches are always going to be played at night. So if I want to, go deep at this tournament, I need to play well in those types of conditions. Ultimately, doesn't matter how good you play during the day, but it gets to a point that there's no more day matches, right? So I'm happy with the way I dealt with the conditions today. It was a lot of different conditions. We started with the roof open and it was kind of quite swirly, and then all of a sudden the roof closed and it was an indoor match, but I thought I handled all of that really well. And it's good to get that confidence boost that you've played a good match at night time as well.
Along that same line, you mentioned earlier weathering the storm. That rain came in pretty hard. What was going through your mind at that point, and did you use that as a bit of a reset?
Yeah, I thought I was in a pretty good spot. I kind of had the momentum on my side, and it was a tricky kind of timing-wise. He took a lengthy toilet break, and then all of a sudden it was like the rain came down and it was another 15-20 minutes. So I thought it was a little bit of a restart. It allowed him to kind of settle down again, and I just really wanted to make sure I started well that third set. So I came out of the blocks very hot, and I had a really good service game, and that was key. But yeah, I felt like I had finally gotten on top of him momentum-wise, and then we had a little break, so had to get myself going again. But yes, very pleased.
Last one, anyone? Mark?
Just getting back to probably looking back at that first sort of set and a half where he's smashing the ball around. Obviously there's always been that talk around you that you could be vulnerable against those types of guys. How has your approach and your mindset evolved against those types of players over the years that's got you to this position now?
Yeah, look, it is true that I've lost a couple matches against these types of players, but I feel like almost any player would lose against these types of players when they're going after the shots and not really missing. So for me, I've got that, I guess that I portray that image that it's going to be tough over 5 sets, and if they can come out, play a really good first set or a good set, but they're going to have to maintain that level over 3 out of 5 sets. And if they can do that, then they're going to get the win over me. But I am doing my best to, even when they're coming out hot off the blocks, doing my best to navigate, because at the same time, I'm currently 6th in the world, right? And I've gotten there because I can play some ball too, right? So even if my opponent's playing some lights out tennis, there's still ways where I can hurt my opponent and get them out of that kind of zone. So more than feeling sorry for myself, I'm starting to look at it the other way, that it's up to me to kind of get him out of that zone and lift my level and show what I'm made of, and that's what's helping me with these types of matches.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.